Namaskar, I am Manoj Kumar. Welcome to in the program Press Meet. In this program, we cover press conference, media interaction, and a speech of the chief guest at the program. So, without spending so much time, let's go to the video.
इस सभागार में इस विशेष प्रेस वार्ता में कांग्रेस पार्टी की तरफ से तहे दिल से स्वागत है। आप लोगों का धन्यवाद कि आप अपना इतना कीमती समय निकालकर यहाँ पर आए हैं। आज हमारे बीच में पंजाब के पूर्व मंत्री और हमारे बीच में पूर्व केंद्रीय मंत्री पी चिदम्बरम साहब आपको संबोधित करेंगे। मैं समझता हूं कि सीधा हम चिदम्बरम साहब को सुने।
First, I want to say a few words about agriculture. Haryana is essentially agriculture dependent. In fact, 70% of the population of Haryana is in one way or other dependent on agriculture. The average household debt in Haryana was 79,000 rupees in 2013. It increased to 1,82,922 rupees in 2019. In the last 5 years, it must have increased even more, although no data is available. Of agricultural debt is owed to professional money lenders, not to institutional lenders. My comment is that the government of Haryana in the last 10 years has totally failed in providing agricultural credit to the farmers. Take the the PM Kisan scheme. The number of beneficiaries was 16.5 lakhs in 2019-20. It's fallen to 15.3 lakhs in 23-24. Why? And as I pointed out several times, the PM Kisan scheme is not extended to tenants. Why are tenant cultivators any less than owner cultivators? In fact, 32% of all agricultural land in India, and more or less the same in Haryana, is cultivated by tenant farmers, and they don't get the benefit of PM Kisan scheme. We have raised this several times. There is no answer from either the Honorable Prime Minister or the government. The other Tom scheme, the Fasal Bima Yojana, is a total failure. A total failure all over the country. It's a failure in Haryana. The number of farmers registered under Fasal Bima Yojana in Haryana was 8.88 lakh, 8,88,000 in 2021. It's fallen to 7,64,000 in 22-23. Why are farmers reluctant to register under the scheme? There is an even more damaging statistic. The area insured under Fasal Bima Yojana in Haryana was 22.5 lakh hectares in 1920. It is now only 15.5 lakh hectares in 22-23. 7 lakh hectares that was covered 4 years ago is not covered now. As you know, Haryana farmers were the forefront of the farmers' agitation against the 3 farm laws. The government of Haryana under Mr. Khattar unleashed repression and violence against the farmers. In fact, sitting in Chennai or Delhi, Singo, Tikri, Ghazipur became household names throughout the country. Lathi charges were unleashed. According to one report, even pellet guns were used. 250 FIRs were registered against farmers, some for crimes which they never committed. The suppression of the democratic rights of farmers is part of the anti-democratic character of the BJP. This is the point that I wish to emphasize. BJP does not run a democratic government. What's happening in all India and what the central government is doing is too well known for me to recite here today. But the anti-democratic attitude of the Haryana government is of the same character as the Modi government in Delhi. The farmers were not only fighting for their democratic rights, they were fighting for the democratic rights of all the people of India. I submit to the people of Haryana, farmers and agriculture cannot get justice from the BJP government. The best way the farmers can punish what has happened over the last 10 years is to throw out the BJP government in the next election. I want to say a few words about another explosive issue, unemployment. Haryana has a peculiar distinction. The highest unemployment rate in the country is in Haryana. According to CMI, it is 37.4% is the unemployment rate in Haryana. Even the government's own periodic labor survey report places Haryana's unemployment rate at 9%, while according to that PLFS, the national average is 4.1. So Haryana's official unemployment rate is twice the national average. The BJP government of the state does not care, either Mr. Khattar or Mr. Saini. The All State Government Employees Federation has put out a damning statistic that is not being denied by the state government. There are 4.5 lakh regular posts in Haryana government and Haryana government bodies. 2.7 lakhs are filled by regular employees. 1.8 lakhs are vacant for many years. Why? Just as in the central government, we pointed out in the National Manifesto before the Lok Sabha elections, several lakh posts are vacant. In Haryana, a small state, a relatively small state, 1.8 lakh sanctioned posts are vacant. I'll give you an example. In government colleges in Haryana, there are 7,896 sanctioned posts of assistant professor. 7,896. Of this, 4,618 are vacant. 60% of sanctioned posts are vacant. Only a few days ago, when I wrote about it, we saw the sad spectacle of an advertisement for sweeper's position. 15,000 fixed salary per month on a contract basis, not a regular job. 3,95,000 youth of Haryana applied for the post. Of that number, 6,112 were postgraduates, 39,990 were graduates, and 1,17,144 had completed class 12. Such is the situation in Haryana that for a sweeper's post on a contract basis at 15,000 rupees per month, all these people have to apply. The facts speak for themselves. I don't have to make any comment. Haryana youth want to join the defense forces. But the Agniveer scheme, a retrograde scheme, it harms the defense forces, it harms our military preparedness, it harms the youth. That is a deterrent to Haryana youth joining the army or the air force or the navy. I want to remind the people of Haryana that in the Congress manifesto of 2024, we promised that if the Congress comes to power, the Agniveer scheme will be abolished. We can't do much by winning a state government, but our state government in Haryana, the Congress government in Haryana, will put pressure on the central government to abrogate the Agniveer scheme. The unemployment situation in Haryana is the principal reason why 29% of Haryana youth migrate to other states. The drug problem is also caused by unemployment. Unemployment has many implications. One is migration, one is the drug problem. Unless you attack and tackle the problem of unemployment, it's not possible to stop migration or to crack down on the drug menace. Now I want to touch upon the third important subject, and that's the last, economy. As far as I'm able to see, Haryana's economy is in a shambles. Manufacturing is languishing in Haryana. In 22-23, of all the bank-assisted projects sanctioned by the banks, only 1% came to Haryana. 99% of bank-assisted projects went to other states. 278 MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises, have closed down post-pandemic. Worse is the state is in a debt trap. The state's public debt has increased from about rupees 71,000 crore in 14-15 to 3,17,982 crore in 24-25. That's an increase of 348%. How the state will finance its public debt, how much of its total revenue will go to interest expenditure, I have not calculated, but I'm sure somebody will calculate and the number will be an enormous number. Now, growth is the antidote to public debt. If the state grows at a faster pace, the public debt will come down over a period of years. But unfortunately, Haryana's growth is flagging. In terms of gross value addition, Haryana's growth rate in agriculture is only 4.4%, and the growth rate of industry is only 7.2%. At 4.4% agricultural growth and 7.2% industry growth, this public debt cannot be wiped out. What we need is a government that will give a fillip to agriculture and industry and grow at close to double digit, and if possible, achieve a double digit growth rate. Haryana has also another distinction. In terms of inflation, in terms of unemployment, it is the highest unemployment rate. In terms of inflation, it is the second highest rate in the country. Retail inflation in Haryana in July 24 is 8.38%. That's the official number. On the streets and in the bazaar and in the shopping area, you will find that prices have increased even more than 8.38%. The result is what? 10 years of BJP rule. Out of the 2.86 crore population of Haryana, according to my data, 1.8 crore are classified as below the poverty line. That is 63% of the population of Haryana is classified as below the poverty line. The BJP boasts of a double-engine sarkar. There's one engine supposedly working from Delhi, there's one engine supposedly working in Chandigarh, the capital of Haryana. My comment is, one engine is without fuel. The other engine is completely broken now. So what is the use of a double engine government with one engine run out of fuel and one engine completely broken down? The time has come to junk the two engines and save the passengers in the train. I promise you the Congress government in Haryana will bring back Haryana's growth rate, will give a fillip to development, agriculture, industry, will tackle the issues of unemployment and inflation, and will give a good government for 5 years. I'm told by my colleagues the Congress manifesto is likely to be released this week. The Congress manifesto, when it is released, will contain the promises and guarantees, and there will be more opportunities to speak about what kind of government we will give if the Congress is going to be power. My appeal to the people of Haryana is to vote the Congress to power. 10 years is long enough for a party to be in power. I personally believe, this is my personal conviction, that people must change a government once in 10 years. At least once in 10 years. If once in 5 years, I have no problem, but once in 10 years, a government must be changed. And this is the time for the people of Haryana to change the government and give the reins to the Congress party.